welcome to my channel. My name is Piet. You're watching Piet J. Cooper, the model builder, and we are going on with the Countach build. And I've got all the stuff ready for from 2 packs. I've got the 12-month build, so if you look at the build guides, I've got 2 packs to do today, 3 and 4, but there are 24 packs, but I'm doing them in 12. So I've got stages 8 to 14, and that last bit is more of the engine. This is the engine, and we're doing some other parts as well. I've got stuff ready here, which you can't see at the moment, but let me see if I make that one. Well, you can see the engine is ready right there, but there's some stuff here as well that we'll be putting on some stuff in 9. Sorry, as you can see right there, a lot of hoses and stuff like that. But we are starting with the with some stuff here. I brought up my iPad because that is the way you can look at the packs. The build guides the best. Carburetors and air filters in 8, distributors in 9, and silencers in stage 10. So let's get to this build. Stage 8 we are building, and the sun is coming up, so you might see a little bit of sunshine somewhere. As you can see, the parts are right here. These are parts that are ready for the next 2 steps. I need that in 8 and that in 9, and I don't know what I need in 10 yet, but we're starting with this one. Carburetors and filters and air filters, as we have right here. We're starting with, there is a number 2 and a number 1 on it, but number 1. Okay, we're starting with the number 1. Let's see if this helps. We're starting with the number 1, and you can see the number 1 right there. So that's the first one we take out. Is there anything on these that shows which one I have to take? So just look, that what they're saying in the picture is if they have to be like that. That has to be pointing up to that point. So this is what it should be. The rounded side with that point sticking out, and we're putting out 3 2.6.4, which is the G screw. And I just saw right there in that little thing there, you can see that the number 1 is on that. So there is a letter in there, a number in there, sorry. So we've got that one in. So that is what we have. And now we're going to put the countersunk ones in, which is the H screw, 2 times 5. So one there, that's the 2.5 screw, or the H screw with the countersunk head. And of course we're doing the whole thing again for the other side. And we have this one done as well. That's the number 2. Let's see what we do now. Okay, we're holding it like so. And okay, that rounded side needs to be right there, and that pointy side, that side needs to be on this side. So the only way that this is proper is like that. So we are going to put those, and must be those 2.3 screws. Yeah, 2.3. We need 4 of those. And to help align, I've just screwed in that one very slightly. As you know, what I always say, alignment, first align and then tighten. So this is what we're doing here as well. That's completely and neatly, as you can see right there. It's not loose anymore. So we've screwed that in with those A screws, which is the 2.3 times 6 millimeter screws. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Yeah, I have a quick look at the way that is orientated, but it's good. So we've got the rounded side on this side and the pointier side on this side. that finishes this stage. So in stage 9, these are the parts, exhausts, and this stage is called distributors. That's got to do with that, because I think we're not using the no, we're not using those, so we're going to put those away in a moment in a plastic bag and to keep that safe. Okay, I don't know about this little thing, but we're going to keep that, and we're going to be working on the distributors, and we're going to keep those for later. I need to find a little plastic bag to keep all of them in, or at least in 2 parts. Okay, we're going to get those out. They look really nice, and there are two different ones, that and that. Have a look at those the holes that are there. Make sure that for the orientation, because that's the orientation stuff. Oh, okay, with those screws down, guys. I didn't see that. Oh, then I've got the wrong one here. They will never match up. I thought he said they have to match up. Which with okay, they have to match up with what that's underneath, but these can't match up. That line is there, so we've got it like so. Yeah, and we're going to get that one out, and that's that. Okay, we've got 2 of those A screws still to need. There we go. It couldn't be on anything else because we had 3 of them, and they never give you so many spares. So we're holding it like that, and we're putting it on that one there, lining that part up with that there, lining them up properly so that you can't put them in anywhere because of those outtakes and thus. So we do the same thing with the other distributor, and we're lining it up with that one. Yep, and another A screw there as well, or the 2.3 millimeters times 6 millimeters, and that is what you have then. A lot of spaghetti. Look closely to the 2 sets leads, and you will see that each of these have 1 lead. Yeah, these 2 that are on their own, and we're gonna use that little ring that I just put away to put them together. And I'll show you which they are. If you look at that, there are 2 leads. That one that comes from the middle here, and that one that are completely on their own. So we take those, put them together, and put that little ring that we got. It's a rubber ring to put those 2 together. And you pull them down, or you pull that ring down as far as, or more or less like so. And that is this magazine done, I think. So we leave that to the side, and I'm going to have a quick look because I think we need to get something out from the previous builds. We're going to that stage. I think we need those 2. We're holding it like so, and we're putting it like so. And that's the first thing to do, and we need to get this open because we need to get some screws out. I was checking whether or not what screw is what, and I've got them all except for the B. And the funny thing is what I said before as well. They put the H on the bag, but in the build guide they put something completely different. They put the numbers of the length and the thickness. So that's a bit strange. Right in front of you, or me, you see stage number 10, and it's all to do with the exhausts and the silencers, and that is what you saw me do already. That's in this stage as well. And we needed and I need to get that now because I forgot to take that out, and an E-screw for this. And that's the one with a flange, or what they call a washer, because we need to screw that into right there. That's in there like so, and that is what we have. All those silvery, beautiful silvery parts there. Now, we're going to get that one out, and I think we're putting it on like so. Yes, we are. So we're putting it in there. Have a look at that orientation, and right there. And it sticks in pretty darn good already. And we're putting a 2.34 screw in there. That's a D screw. I think that is the best way to show it. Your whole thing I can show you. Then we've got belts to put on that we had from an earlier stage. Sorry about that. 2 of those we're going to put on here. I'm going to get tweezers out. As you can see, it's fully in. It's something to do. It's really hard. Okay, we're going to put that aside. I'm going to get something. I've got that from the pack story. So we've got this little thing. You remember on top of the engine, we missed a few silvery bits. And we're going to do something about that now. We're going to put that on those parts. And there's a pin and a pinhole there, and in these two we're going to put some screws. Let's put that pin in first, then those screws will line up themselves. And we've got 2 bolts that we want to put, and remember that those two were the longer ones of the 2. Most probably it's that one and the one in the bag there. And we've got spares on these, so I'm going to leave that. And we're going to get the sprue cutters out, and we need to hold that because otherwise it will ping off, and we don't want that to happen. So let's try the one first. That one's in. That went in a little bit easy, so I might drop a bit of my favorite glue on that. These are both in neatly, and that is what we wanted. Let's close this up because we don't want that to fume up the space here. Okay, now we're going to put those 2 together. So they need to be pushed in right there and there, but it's not as easy as just to push in. It was a case of making sure that those pins, can you see them? Those silvery pins that are there were going in with the plastic pin that was in there, and it was really bloody hard. So I pushed it in, and they're in, and let's see, there are 2 screws to be put in right there, there and there, and we need to find out which ones they are. 2.5 self-tapping screws from stage 7. So what did I say? 2.35, 2.35 F screws, it seems. So that one and that one have been screwed into. Can you see that? Well, I'll do it on this one. So that one and the one on the upper side right there have been screwed in. So we're going to put that to the side, because I think we are going to make those silencers, and we need to have a good look because there are numbers in there. 2 and 1 go together, and 3 and 4 go together. Okay, so that one that I pushed in is the number 1. This will be the number 2. So that is what we have. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. And now we're going to put those in, but have a good look. There's a wider and a narrower hole. And they should be lined up. Okay, so we've got those in. Then we push them together like that. Those towers were supposed to go on like so. That there is quite easy to put on. But as you see, that is what we have, and that is what we have at the end of stage 10.